What do we do when we finally start feeling really comfortable on our skateboard? We put on a new set. So in the last truck related video I did, you guys all said that I'd probably really like the ACEs based on the way and what I was looking for with the way I wanted my skateboard to ride. So I went out and bought a set of ACE AF1s, not the hollows, just the regular, just the 44s. I actually really like the Ventures where they're sitting at the moment. I feel really comfortable on my board. So I really hope that ACEs don't really throw this off, because due to some personal measurements, I've actually figured out that ACEs have like the tightest wheelbase of all, and Ventures have a wheelbase a little bit closer to Thunder's, which is really surprising to me. More on that in a future video, but let's get these ACEs on this board and let's get skating. All right, so for those of you guys that don't know anything about ACEs or have never looked at a set, one of the cool things about ACEs is the axle nuts that they come with actually kind of act as a rethreading die a little bit. They have actual chasers on there, which is crazy. Plus, they actually come with the rethreading die as well. Really cool, like, thought process with actually including stuff to rethread the axle to increase the longevity of the truck. All right, so first things first, you drop the board on the ground and it sounds super weird, but they feel, whoa. That is wild. What did I get myself into? They feel extremely squirrely, which is weird because I was always an indie lover for like 10 years, but these are crazier than an indie, way crazier. Like I can turn sharp enough to get really hard wheel bite. It already feels insane. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure if it was a fluke, but they felt really good. After that little flat session, wheel bite galore. So one thing I'm noticing is that you definitely have to pop and land very square for really like just straight like kick flips, heel flips, tray flips. But certain tricks felt way better than others. Like for me, tray flips and 360s felt really good. The heel flips were whack. They felt so weird at first. A lot of that can probably be held up to I need to get used to the trucks. Huge timing difference between the Ventures and these. They feel really cool though. Super loose. I feel like that's gonna be the hardest thing to get used to. "100%, a lot of getting used to is needed with these things. But spinny stuff felt really good. Like that back 3 kickflip, might not have landed it super great. It's kind of a little bit uphill and I'm still getting used to the timings and everything. But that felt great and I fully rotated like no problem, or at least it felt like I did. Maybe I turned out of it, but definitely feels like it makes tricks harder for sure. One interesting note in this first little session, I had this weird click start appearing. Not totally sure what it is. I'm gonna have to go home and figure it out. Which truck is it? That one, right there. So far on the flat bar, I noticed the grind was actually really smooth. Like Crooks and Smiths, it almost felt like you missed your lock on a ledge and you kind of like were just rolling on the ledge. It kind of feels like that. It doesn't feel as grainy. Is that a really good way to describe it? I don't know, but it was really smooth. I did notice that it was extremely easy to slip out on crooks. So that's something to watch out for. Like if I tried to torque it out at all, it would slip out, and you saw that in the footage. Next thing for sure is taking these things to a ledge. So getting used to these ACEs is proving to be an insane challenge. The combination with the Bones wheels that I just haven't swapped back to my 99s yet because I'm lazy, it's like a super smooth ride, and it honestly feels like you can just tear through anything, and it's crazy. But the sound didn't start sounding hollow until I put the ACEs on. I'm not a fan of that sound. I would prefer the sounds of like other trucks. But so far the ACEs have been super fun to ride, just from like a carvy perspective. Like, I mean, you'll look at something, you're like, there's no way I make it like turning as sharp as you're turning. And then all of a sudden you just have like an extra 10 degrees that you can just get there. Now, they've also been the hardest truck for me to find my pinch on, specifically with like crooked grinds and pretty much anything with a pinch, honestly. Like front crooks feel really, really good. And in that first day, back crooks felt pretty good too. But I think that was just a fluke. The more I'm getting used to it, the harder it is for me to find my pinch, especially backside. Front crooks feel really, really good because when I lock into a front crook with these, it locks and it feels really cool. The thing that I have noticed about the pinch is that it's a very soft pinch. You can't really torque it out a whole lot. You can't really play with it a ton because it will slip out. And that happens on Smiths, Feebles, crooked grinds, anything with a pinch really. It will slip out on you. Now, I don't know if I told you guys I figured out what that clicking noise was, but it was the washer shifting up against the kingpin nut. As of now, it's gone away. I didn't really do anything to get it to go away. It just kind of went away on its own. So cool for that. So overall first impressions, I wish the pinch was a little less touchy and had a bit more bite. I really am a fan of the bushing rebound so far from what I've felt. I just wanted to say as well, you guys have been killing it with the support, like likes, comments, views, everything. You guys are just killing it. I'm like super surprised that like I'm even able to poll anybody and get anybody to care to watch. So it's really cool to me, and I just wanted to say thank you. And if you like anything you see on the channel, make sure to hit that sub button. Helps out a lot. Hit the like button if you like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.